Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're going to be doing the finale for the Harry Potter Project Pan series. It is so weird having all of my projects, or almost all of my projects, wrapping up at the same time. I just feel like I'm saying goodbye to friends over and over again. It's a really weird feeling. Do any of you feel like that? Anyway, this was a project that was created by the beautiful Christina Chang. She will be, as always, linked in the description box down below. She also has a playlist of all of the videos for this series, both this year and last year, as well as a list of all of the participants here on both YouTube and Instagram. This turned into a really, really big project, which is so exciting because A, we have a love of panning. B, we have a love of Harry Potter. This is just a match made in fantasy heaven. It's great, love it. So in this version of the series, there were 4 prompts that Christina came up with for us to pick products from our collection to satisfy. So let's go ahead and talk about what the prompts were, what I chose for them, and how everything sort of shook out in the end. So for the first prompt, it is for your house colors. I am a Ravenclaw. I am a very proud Ravenclaw. In fact, it's no surprise that I'm a Ravenclaw. If you've seen any of my project pans specifically, I'm a data heavy kind of girl. So I'm very creative and very data driven. So I chose this right here. The house colors for Ravenclaw are blue and bronze. Again, unless you've only seen the movies, for some reason in the movies it's blue and silver, but I went with this right here. This is by Urban Decay. This is one of their heavy metals liners, and it is this beautiful bronzy shade. It's in the shade Starfire, and it's interesting because you can actually see a gap in how much product I've used. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on camera, but with the light shining through it, you totally can. So I'm actually gonna mark that while we're sitting here because I never noticed that before. It makes me feel kind of better because this product has not gotten nearly as much usage in this project as I had envisioned it to. So this is the line here. So I'm actually pretty impressed with that. I had a goal of using this 40 times. I did not even come close. I used it a total of 3 times since our last check-in, bringing it to a grand total of 20. So I'm halfway to where I had originally intended when I started this project 6 months ago. So that is kind of a bummer, but it's been a weird year. I mean, I don't leave the house anymore. I don't really think about applying a glitter, whether it be this glitter or most other glitters. And the fact that I got 20 uses during a pandemic year with 2 babies, I feel like is not the worst thing ever. But what it did tell me is that I don't need to buy any more products of that nature because I don't reach for them. I have 2 more of the heavy metals glitter eyeliners, and they haven't gotten any use this year. That's gotten 20. So I just don't need to spend my money there, even though it's a beautiful product. I think that it's well made. It has a lovely fine point to it if you've never seen it. This is what the brush looks like. So it's got a lovely fine point. It deposits a nice amount of glitter without getting too heavy or cakey, but you can build it up as well. I think the gel adhesive that it's in works really nicely. I don't have fallout throughout the day. It's a great product. I just don't use it enough. So that technically did not meet my goal, but I'm still happy with the amount of progress that I've made on that in general. So the next prompt is for Peeves. So Peeves is a character that if you've only seen the movies, you have no idea who it is because they just sort of omitted him from the movies and took some of his plot pieces and integrated them in with other characters. But this was a product or a prompt rather, for you to pick a product that you previously disliked, but then you grew to love, because Christina really didn't like Peeves in the beginning, but by the end, you know. So I chose, this is my roll-in because I already hit goal on one other product. So this is my Bumble and Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Heat and UV Protective Primer. It was my goal to get it down to where the break in letters are, and I did do that, so that is super exciting. I used it an additional 4 times since our last check-in, which is right on par with what I was expecting. I only flat iron my hair once a week, and that's right before filming, so this is brand new, nice flat pretty hair, and I did use this today for the 4th time. So it's not that I've ever disliked this product. I just have a hard time remembering to use especially spray and protectants because you can't see it doing anything. So yeah, I just never really think about it. So it's not necessarily a product that I hate, but it's not necessarily a product that I've grown to love either. I'm trying to love it. But yeah, so that's where we ended up there. So goal met, yeah. The next prompt is for Mrs. Weasley's Christmas sweater. So this is a product that just makes you feel good, makes you feel happy. And for me, that is this Becca highlighter in the shade Lilac Geode. I absolutely love this highlighter. It is beautiful, stunning, perfect, love it. It's got a nice dip going on in there. It had a little bit of a dip to begin with. It wasn't my goal to hit pan. I just wanted to use it 40 times, which I did. I only needed to use it 5 more times to hit that goal. I actually used it a total of 9 times. So we are at 44 uses for this project. So this is also a win. Very excited for wins. I haven't had a lot of them this year, so. And then finally, extendable ears. This is a product that you purchased because other people were talking about it, which, as I've said before, is almost all of my collection because I'm easily influenced. But for this project, I chose this mini right here. This is the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy. And what I wanted to do was get it down below the Y, which it is not. But it's actually a lot further down than I was expecting. Like, I'm amazed. It's not below the Y. It's actually right in between the N and the T in Fenty. Let's see if you guys can see that. It's hard when it's this close. And that's a lot of progress, especially when I think about my Smashbox Los Angeles lip gloss that was in my A to Z project pan. That sucker took me forever, and I think the reason is just the difference in formula. So, for example, with the Fenty Gloss Bomb, it is a thinner formula, so it feels very nice on the lips, but it doesn't hang around nearly as long as the Smashbox did, and to be honest, it doesn't leave my lips feeling as hydrated as the Smashbox one did either. So while I do like that product, I'm just so fascinated by the difference in the progress. I've used this a total of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32 times since our last check-in. So, I mean, I was going to town on it. But yeah, so not technically a goal met, but I will still take this progress because I think it's really, really good progress. So that is where we ended up with this project. Thank you again, Christina, for coming up with this project and allowing us to all be a part of it. And if you are taking votes, I want to see this again next year because it's just a lot of fun to do, and I'm really fascinated to know what prompts you come up with for next year. So keep us all posted. If you have been working on this project, how is it going for you? How did your finale turn out? Are you happy with where you ended up, or was there still a little bit of work to do? Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.